What's up, everybody? Mr. OG Games here, and welcome back to the series The Road to Castle 30. Now, today we're going to be covering the drill grounds and just how important the drill grounds can be to your city. But also, this is a video that is going to lead and tie into the next two videos, maybe three videos, where we talk about what's the best march setup, how to play defense, how to attack properly using that march setup. Also, how to do some what I call bubble traps. As far as when you're playing defense in certain situations, how to hide troops to better allow the enemy to think that you have nothing, and then surprise, surprise, you have all these troops waiting right there. So within the next couple videos, we're going to go over a lot of things there as far as some good strategies when playing off or defense, and some good offensive ways to play the game as well, and of course that march setup. But right now, like I said, we're going to cover the drill grounds. And if we take a look at the drill grounds, of course, the drill grounds serves a couple purposes. So we'll go ahead and start right into the main purpose of the drill grounds. The drill grounds is what allows and dictates your army size. And this is basically the size of your march. With each level that you raise the drill grounds, it also raises your army size limit. So right now at a level 14, and that's actually where we can cap out because we're building that level 15 castle right now, you can see that we have a army size limit of 38,600. Now, looking at the screen here, you see the 38,600, but you also see the plus 12.8. The plus 12.8 comes from any buffs that we have. Going back to the beast buff, for instance, army expansions through your beast. Your lord equipment will also give you and raise your army size limit. So that is where you're seeing that plus 12.8 thousand coming from. So keeping that in mind, always make sure that your equipment, you take advantage of your equipment. Like me, for instance, I like my equipment to raise my army size limit. It's something I've always done on all my plays, usually getting them through the weapon and I believe the head wear. But the main way that you get this is through your drill grounds. So something that I do each and every single time I raise my castle level up, this is the very first building that I level up equivalent to my castle, because it's going to make my marching army just that much bigger. So that's one of the main purposes of the drill grounds. Now, other things that you can do with the drill grounds, and this is, as you can see right now, I am what I call is promoting troops. You can take previous level troops. So say if you're at a level 3 soldier and above, meaning your barracks have gotten to a certain level where I believe the minimum requirement is a level 3. I could be mistaken, it could be level 4, but I want to say a level 3. You can take level 1 recruits, any troop, level 1, and promote them to level 3. And it's basically increments of 2. So your level 2s will become level 4s, Your level 4s, level 6s, and so on. Your level 3s will become level 5s. And this is a good way to, when you grow your castle to a certain extent, your older troops that you're really not using anymore in your marches, you can promote them. And that was a good add-on feature that Camel did for the game a while back, allowing you to take these old troops, and instead of just getting rid of them or just have them there for really no purpose, you can get them back into the mix, and you can go ahead and promote them up. Like I said, no more than 2 levels at a time. That way you can, instead of retraining more troops, and having all these leftovers, from previous ranks that you no longer use anymore, for a certain amount of resources, you can go ahead and take them and promote them up. You can see the increments, I believe, are 2,000 at a time. So yeah, I mean, right there, we've already trained these swordsmen, and next thing you know, we're going to go ahead and be bumping them up. I believe the recruitment time on this one was about 24 hours. So yeah, there is some wait time. The resources are fairly minimal. So it's something to look into as far as exchanging old troops that you no longer have anymore. You can bump them right up to the next level troop. Like I said, it skips every 2, and then once you get them to where, say if we're at level 6 and we've got all level 4s, we can bump them up to 6s, and before you know it, you've got you're getting strength from within the castle. So that's always a plus. The other major factor that this does, and this is something that any good lord out there will do, and that is to set your marching armies. So a marching army is basically where you can go in and you can set up to 5 marching armies, and these are custom. So you can customize the march that you have. So when you go to attack somebody, instead of sitting there fiddling around with trying to move troops here and there using the troop list that you have, because when you hit the attack button, it automatically attacks with all the highest level troops, which infantry is always first. So it's going to load all your infantry, then your cavalry, then your archers, and then your mags until it fills up. So using the presets here is a must. I can't stress it enough. So when you go to hit the attack button, you simply press the 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 march preset that you have, and you instantly have the march that you want to send, and you can make them all different. In this case, I have not set them yet in our new castle here, but once we finish up with 15 and I start getting the barracks up to them, them next level troops, I'll be starting to set my army marches. I can't stress it enough. Do this. It'll save you time. You'll know exactly what you're sending. Also, when you're sending your march out, all you have to do is hit a button, and then click a button to add your beast, and you're on your way. Seconds in battle can make or break you. So use these army presets right here for your marches. And I usually will use 1 or 2 for my attack from monsters, specific ones. When I hit monsters, it won't just be hit a monster, wait till that march comes back. I'll usually hit a monster and then go ahead and find another one, send it right out. So I always have 2 marches preset for my monsters. I always have 2 of them preset for attacking castles. and then I'll have one strictly for defending someone in the alliance. There are times where once you get built up to a certain level, and depending on how many troops you do have, you can either lose one of the attack or lose one of the monster march presets and set one up just for looting, just for, you know, attacking a farm, or if you've attacked a castle and you want to go back and you know there's no resistance and you're just going to go ahead and wipe up some resources, I'll have a cavalry set up as well. That way I can just send my calves out and let them bring back as much resources as possible. But using the army presets, I just, you know, your marching presets is a must. You have to set them up. This is going to save your ass more times than you can count, because when you go to hit the attack, there is no configuring what to do here and there. You simply click a button, tap your beast to send him with you, and you're gone. The only time that you would ever have to vary from this is when, and you've got to be, your lord level has to be pretty high, and you've got March expansion on, or you're in the savage lands and you've won enough savage books to get the March expansion. Then when you use these preset buttons, obviously you're going to have, it's only going to set at the minimum, you know, your normal march, and you'll have to fill in the void. But most of the time, day to day, they're going to be spot on. But it's pretty much the drill grounds in a nutshell. I wanted to do the drill grounds first because in a few days, the next coming videos, I'm going to get into the battling of War and Order, how the system works. It's quite complicated, especially when you're first starting out, where what the hell does this mean? You know, when you're sending out, like, you know, you got your buffs for certain attacks, like a level 7 mage might have one thing, but a level 8 mage might have a totally different buff. So I want to go and share all those and how your technology plays an effect with this, how your alliance tech can also play effect in this. Just a lot of things that I want to cover as far as the actual war of the game. We might start off with defense because War and Order is more geared toward defensive battles, meaning that if you're on the defending side, you have a greater chance of success than you do if you're the attacker. Although, if you are a skilled attacker and you know exactly what you're doing, you're going to be able to prevail more than others that don't have a clue. So that's what this video and the next are going to be kind of building you up on, to teach you the ins and outs of attacking and defending against other castles. But if you guys like the video, smash the thumbs up button, and if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe. And until next time, y'all keep gaming, and I'll see you in the next one.